into spring, I know you're ready to ditch the boots, and especially when you see what is trending for spring when it comes to shoes. Mosha, you've brought us such a delectable, scrumptious selection of shoes. When the table came out, the audience burst into applause.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, they were just so excited. So let's start with some of the trend pieces that you're going to want to add to your closet this season.
Yes, well, my job was very fun this week because I basically got to scour town searching for the best shoes that I think at all different price points are really going to inject your wardrobe with a little bit of flair for spring. And shoes are the best way that you can try a new trend. You might tend to wear the same thing a lot. I know I do. And you just switch up your shoes and it completely changes your look.
It does.
It's an instant gratification fashion fix.
And I feel like it's safer. So if you're afraid of floral, you're afraid of bright colors, but you'll do it in your shoe. You might not do it in your full head to toe look. So have some fun with your footwear.
Exactly. So speaking of fun, this pair of Nicholas Kirkwood Oxfords
look
in
at the
rose
heel.
gold, pretty major.
Yes.
And I just love that block heel with the pearl. That's really his signature.
Yes.
And it gives you a little bit of lift as well, and it's just a gorgeous focal point. These are really conversation brogues, if you will.
They are. They're gorgeous.
Then I think it's really important to have a great sneaker for the season, something that's very comfortable. Also, if it's raining a lot in spring and you're running around, this pair from Echo is fantastic. It's got a comfort sole, so it's super supportive. And like I was saying earlier, I'm all about a chunky sneaker. That's a key update you need for spring. So, and then speaking of seeing shoes on people, this amazing pair of Alexander Wang studded denim boots were recently on Cardi B. I think they're so
it looks very Cardi,
fun,
guys. Look at that.
Very.
Right? Oh, these are beautiful.
Yes.
And light denim, too. I love it.
It's the perfect denim wash.
It
And
is.
this pair of Miu Mius, if you're going to go for a block heel, but you still want something dressier.
Yes.
Especially if you're, maybe going to a wedding or different occasions where you're outside, you don't want your heels sinking into the grass.
So look at that bling on the heel.
Isn't that
forget
gorgeous?
the earrings. It's all on your shoes.
Oh,
It's
someone will
gorgeous.
spot you from a mile away in those shoes.
And as you mentioned, comfy. You can actually walk on the golf course or wherever the wedding is in those heels.
And speaking of a lower heel, I just love the new takes that all these designers are doing on a kitten heel. This one is via Spiga, and I think this is just so sleek with the black slingback on the white pump.
Yes.
You know I love a pop of white.
Yes. Yes, you have been rocking a lot of white shoes, and I love it. You just have to kind of go for it, right?
Yeah.
Put them on, put on the boots, and have some fun with it. Slides and mules, huge this season.
Exactly. Slip them on and go. You need a great flat pair that still has a little bit of dressiness to it.
Yeah.
And then I also love this Kohan pair because it goes with basically everything and nothing at all.
Yes.
You can mix and match or clash it. But then this one I'm very excited about.
Okay.
So Sophia Webster has a beautiful series of shoes with her signature butterfly detail, and she makes little mini-me's to match.
Look at
so
this. Imagine mommy and daughter.
Baby.
Woo.
Aren't those so
She's flying away.
adorable?
They are so cute. This is, you know what this is? This is a great gift idea.
Yes.
Because, most mothers out there are not going to spend the money. But if you buy it for me, I will put it on my child.
Exactly.
And then I will go buy myself the matching pair. That's
perfect
beautiful.
justification.
Yes.
Yes. And then very budget-friendly options we have here from H&M and Lord & Taylor's 424 Fifth.
Nice.
Again, that more pointed toe and the loafer mule options.
Right. And is that silk?
Yes, it's a frayed silk. Isn't that beautiful?
Look at that. So take a look at that. That's gorgeous.
I'm all about refined flats. So just because it's a flat doesn't mean it needs to be casual. It doesn't mean you're going to wear it in a casual way.
Right.
Yeah, so I
Absolutely.
think this is really
You've got a
chic.
classy shoe, but it's flat.
Yes.
And this one's beautiful
Tory
too.
Burch too, with kind of the vintage embellishment, buckle hardware there.
Very
and
nice.
then this one's super comfy from Rebecca Minkoff because you got this tubular braided detail, which I think is really a nice update
Look
for
at that.
strapping. Yes.
So I'm seeing a lot of, and I remember when this chunky block heel started coming back in, I was like, I don't know about this. Now that it's been a few seasons, I'm into it.
Yes, and with all the more voluminous shapes that we're seeing in fashion, sometimes you need more of a substantial heel to really ground the look.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
This is called the Poppy heel, and it's just that from LK Bennett, a brand that, of course, is infamous with the Duchess of Cambridge. She wears their shoes a lot, so very regal.
Yes.
And then, again, back to these lower heels that I'm loving. This one is from Schutz.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect example of if you're going to wear a lower heel, maybe make sure it has a little bit more flair in the front. This
look at
flirty
that.
twist tie as your focal point.
Lovely.
So it doesn't look too conservative. And then on the opposite side, if you don't want to be conservative at all, this pair from Aldo, strappy and studded, is just very sexy.
You mean this isn't conservative?
No.
Maybe this isn't the workplace shoe. Well, it depends on what your job is, actually.
Your going out shoe for sure.
Right.
And then I'm currently planning a trip to Nashville with friends. And of
Ooh,
course,
yes, girl.
most trips, for me, I always think about my shoes first. I'm like, what am I going to pack?
Right.
So I needed an amazing pair of a Western boot, which is such a key trend for spring.
Yes.
This pair by Calvin Klein is just so good.
This is very good.
It's just Americana in a shoe, right?
It totally is, and that would be my way of doing Western. Like, it's got to be a hot red and a gorgeous suede and a beautiful silver tip on the toe.
It's
like,
an updated
gorgeous.
take, but because I always bring tons of shoes when I go away,
Me too.
this Toga Pula pair in white as well, I think is great. And we're seeing a lot of these fun, fresh updates on Western styles, which everyone loves. It just makes you feel cool and casual.
Totally, I love it. What can you remember the most amount of shoes that you have packed for a trip? Just be outrageous like I am, so I can feel better about myself.
When I go to Fashion Week, I take minimum 20 pairs.
Good girl, right here. Yeah,
All about the shoes.
Oh, I feel good about myself now. Good. You need options.
You do.
Hello.
You do.
I love it. Thank you so much for taking us down that road.